Hey guys, what is going on? And welcome back to another episode of the Huddersfield Town Career Mode. This is episode number 63, and today we are returning with 3 big games with our Terriers in the Premier League and the Champions League too. So lots to get through today. We're going to dive straight into it. Now, if you missed the last episode, I'll say this right now as we get into the recap. You guys missed some unbelievable goals in the last episode. It was probably the best episode so far for beautiful goals alone. There were 4 games. We started with a 3-1 victory in Portugal in the Champions League group opener as we beat Guimar Reyes away from home. Sisto scored the best goal in this game, an unbelievable strike from 25 yards where he basically had his back to goal. It was quite remarkable as we won the first game of 6 in the group. But then the second game was away at the Etihad Stadium against Manchester City, where we won by 3-0. A fantastic victory over Pep's boys, as I'm sure this will be a battle between 2 teams who will be battling out for the title come the end of the season. And Malcolm scored the best goal in that game with a wonderful skill goal as he cut in from the right hand side. Sadly, after that we did have our first loss of the season though. We lost away from home against Mark Hughes' Stoke by 1-0 in the Carabao Cup third round. So unfortunately the youth boys knocked out early in this competition. But we did respond though with the 4th and final game, a 3-0 victory at home against Norwich in the Premier League, where, well, in my opinion, this was the best goal of the episode, and you guys seem to agree as well. Vitinho with an unbelievable goal as he rebonded the ball into the bottom corner as we won by 3-0. King's goal was quite nice in this one as well, but Vitinho's, in my opinion, was the best of the lot. It was a great episode for fantastic goals and some really great games as well, and we ended strong with that 3-0 victory over the Canaries. But in today's episode, we're returning with 3 big games, as we discussed earlier. First game is Villarreal at home in the second game of the Champions League group. Second game, in form Watford away at Vicarage Road, who yesterday had an amazing victory over Newcastle in real life. And in the third and final game, it's Liverpool at home in a really big clash in the Premier League. So yeah, 3 games today. Let's just dive straight into it. But also, just before the first game of today's episode, we're going to change Naby Keita's number. I asked you guys what number our big money signing should wear, and you guys voted for number 6. Now, the reason I didn't do this in the last episode, I think I discussed it, is because the episode was made and I started to record it like an hour after the episode before that, so I had to give everyone a chance to vote. But yeah, you guys voted for number 6 for Naby Keita, which I think is the best number for him as well. Some of you were saying, why didn't you give him number 8 like he wears in real life? But that's Billing's number, and you might have noticed this. I never like to take away the numbers of a player if they wear it in real life. So Billing is going to keep the number 8. We'll give 6 to Keita, which does suit him, to be fair. I think it looks pretty decent. And yeah, thanks for voting, everyone. And Keita will be our new number 6. So first game of today's episode is the Spanish side Villarreal, who come to the Kirklees Stadium and takes on in the second game of the Champions League group stage. We won our first game, as did they, against Paris Saint-Germain. So a clash of the top 2 to begin with, and this is a really important game. Our lineup, 4-4-1-1, Hudson in goal, but from Jespersen, the Great Dane wearing the armband, Keenan Odibarjo, with Sisto on the left, Kachunga, that man on the right, and Keita and Amati in the middle. Vitinho, the Rabona King, as the centre forward, and Moses, our striker, of course, tonight. And I can see why Villarreal beat PSG as well. A very good team coming to take us on here. Sergio Asenjo in goal. A back four of Barreca, Savic, Charities, and Bernardo at right back with Chigueros and Ndai through the middle of the park. Lamela on the right. Barco, who I've heard really good things about in this game, on the left-hand side. And a deadly duo as well, Bakambu and Anal. This is going to be a really tough test, this one. Can we come through and get the win? Well, it's going to be hard. Let's find out.
Well, there are players here who stand out a bit. These 2 in particular, I think, today, Alan.
Well, I think both of these players should come into this match with their confidence brimming, really, because they really have played well. They've led from the front.
They have disposed of Norwich pretty comfortably on the weekend. However, this is a very good Villarreal team. It'll be a hard one to stop. Here's Amati storming into the middle, rolls it back to Vitinho. Oh! And he almost made it 2-2, but Sergio Asenjo denies him and turns behind for a corner. But the one thing we can do is keep on scoring. We're such a threatening side when going forward. Vitinho so unlucky there, but a great save by Asenjo. Die to Bakambu, and now Enis Unal on the ball shooting, and oh, just wide of the post. Very unlucky there. This Villarreal team has got a really threatening attack, and that was very close there to going into the back of the net. Still 0-0, 29 minutes in. Someone will score at some point, and I think someone will win, but honestly, looking at 2 lineups right now, these are 2 very well matched teams and very good ones. Good tackle there by Ezekiel Barco, and Villarreal get it back. I've had so many suggestions to sign this guy, so he must be pretty special. It's our first look at him today. What's he going to do? He gets on the ball down left-hand side and turns on Ubarjo and finds Bakambu, who's through, and Bakambu makes it 1-0. Barco with the assist, but Bakambu with a lovely finish puts it into the top corner, and the Spaniards have gone in front just before half-time. When they beat PSG, they had a great win on match day 1, and they're going a goal up in match day 2 just before half-time, as they try and inflict our second defeat on us in 7 days. It's a great strike, it's 1-0, it's a really good team, and you're seeing exactly why. What a goal. That young man, Barco, with the assist, Bakambu with the finish, and an early lead for Villarreal, but can we cancel out straight away? Moses could be through, and he does just that. Get in. Moses with the finish makes it Huddersfield 1, Villarreal 1. It says to the fans, there's no need to panic, lads. There's no need to panic. I got this, as I always do. Quick little attack right from kickoff, down the right-hand side. Kachunga with a great through ball, and Moses through, was it through the legs of the goalkeeper? I think it might have been there, or maybe just in between the body. I'm not sure. We'll see on this angle. Oh, it is through the legs. Keep him closed, goalkeeper. 1-1, Moses with a finish, and a really nice strike past Asenjo. Get in! You can always depend on Moses Simon. So reliable, so consistent. And now Grealish off the bench at half-time, cuts inside, and Jack Grealish dummies his man and finds the back of the net as well for his first goal in a Huddersfield shirt. 4 minutes after the restart, just brought him on for Vitinho, who didn't do too much in the first half, apart from that one shot that was saved by Asenjo. He was tiring a little bit, thought I'd bring on the ex-Aston Villa man, and Jack Grealish, with his first goal of the season, turns the game on its head and puts us in front. Nice dummy, nice turn, nice finish, 2-1 to the Terriers, great strike. We can hold on to the 3 points here. This will be a massive, massive victory. Presumably, PSG are going to beat Guimarães away in Portugal, and that'll mean we'll go 3 points clear of both the Spaniards and the French club as well. We'll be 6 clear of Guimarães too. Our referee. And that will be a real bonus. You know, just 2 games in, already opening up a 3-point gap. And with our third game being against PSG, win that, and we could potentially go 6 points clear of both of them. Here's Lamela on the ball, finding NSU now. Down the right-hand side, cross to the middle is a good one. Odibarjo heads clear, but Trigueros gives it back to Ndai, who finds him again. And now drop to Lamela, and now Alfred Ndai. Good stop by Hudson, and Kachunga gets it away. Here come Villarreal again here, so hard to stop. Bakambu, great through ball, and it is 1-1. Trigueros with the finish, and Villarreal back on level terms. A fantastic through ball, a really nice strike, 2-2. What a brilliant game this has been. Barjo, Grealish towards Chaplin. Can he get to the ball first? Oh, yes, he can. Connor Chaplin. Oh, what a goal. Connor Chaplin has won it for Huddersfield Town. And it's an unbelievable goal from the former Portsmouth striker. We dink it over the top. He controls it on the chest. And with the left foot, half volley, chips it over the goalkeeper, Sergio Asenjo, and into the back of the net. There were some wonderful goals in the last episode, and in today's thrilling episode opener, there's a fantastic winning goal from Connor Chaplin. A sensational piece of skill. Huddersfield 3, Villarreal 2, and we're going to claim a massive victory in match day 2 of the Champions League. What a goal! That was quite remarkable. What an audacious, cheeky chip from Connor Chaplin. Huddersfield 3, Villarreal 2, and it's the super subs in this game that won it for us in the second half. First Jack Grealish, and then Chaplin late on as well. Oh, what a huge victory that is, as we'll go 3 points clear to end match day 2. Well, presuming PSG beat Guimarães, they were leading at the break. We'll find out in a moment. I felt we deserved to win. I felt we were the better team, but Villarreal, to their credit, played some really good football tonight as well. That man Barco, so many of you guys have been leaving in the comments, you got to sign Barco. Impressed tonight, got the assist for Bakambu's first goal, and he got the assist for the second goal, which Trigueros scored. But we won it by 3 goals to 2, and I'll give man match to one of those super subs as well. Jack Grealish scoring his first goal for the club to put us in front just after the break, and then got the assist for Connor Chaplin's lovely game winner as well. 3-2 the final score, and what a massive win that was. And so on the back of that fantastic victory, oh my, that took my breath away. What a victory and what an ending. We have 3 final scout reports from our scout scouts currently based in Germany, Australia and Sweden as well, plus an academy update too. And in today's episode as well, once again, I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below what countries we should send our scouts out to next. I'm not sure whether any of these players are going to get signed in this latest batch of updates, because whilst there are some players with decent potentials, the overalls aren't really good enough. And now with 4 seasons into the career as well, unless they're real standouts, they're probably not going to make the cut. So we're going to reject all those from Germany. He's got great potential, but valued at 160 grand. Do you know what? We'll sign this one just because I want to sign at least one more player from the final batch of scout reports. But yeah, in the comment section down below today, guys, if you could, let me know what countries are going to scout next in this save. Of course, the top 3 will be the ones that will scout next, as we got currently 3 scouts that will be available directly after these missions. So yeah, just leave me a comment. Tell me what countries you want me to scout next, and we shall pick 3 in the very next episode. We'll reject those 2 from Australia as well. And the final scouting update is from Sweden. Is there anyone here that looks very good? We'll give him an academy spot, and I think that'll probably do it. Yeah, this one here. No, 450 grand. Okay, get in my academy. What about this one? Does this one have good overall? 200 grand, not bad. Okay, you can get in there as well. So we'll also have an academy update then, as we see as well. Andre Green and Alfie Mawson both want to leave in January. Green wants to go out on loan, but Mawson wants to be sold. We probably should have cashed in on Mawson in the summer and put him on the transfer list, really, because he's never been happy ever since we signed him. But one quick look at the academy then as well. You can see how the youth boy is currently getting on. Dylan Morgan, who we just put in the academy, looks good, but only 5'11" as a goalkeeper. That's not too small, I suppose. Look at this guy, though. Henry Davis, who I'm pretty sure we saw before. The Hoover. Right midfielder, 16 years old, with some really great technical stats. 81 dribbling already, 78 ball control, with some unbelievable potential at 88 to 94. That is unbelievable, man. I can't wait to promote this guy. Emil Zimmerman looks quite good. Olof Sjoberg looks amazing. 90 to 94 potential, 61 rated already, and at 15 years old, he's already 6'3". Oh my, 78 strength, 84 aggression. This could be one of the very best youth players we have in this Huddersfield team ever. Oscar Evans looking a little bit worse for wear. Might actually go ahead and release him, to be honest, despite his overall being really good. Edwin van der Meer, very, very good little player there. Good central midfielder with some very nice technicals to begin with. Oh yeah, 74 free kick accuracy, gotta love that. Emil Gustafsson looks pretty decent. Thomas Lundin, some decent potential, or so it seems to begin with. Lindqvist could be alright. Jonathan Turner still looks pretty decent, and Bergstrom looks really good as well. This Huddersfield Youth Academy is promoting some absolute gems, man. Gotta love it.
Well, here he is, the top scorer in the league, the main feature of our match today, and it's live.
So moving swiftly on to the second of the big 3 games today is now Watford away from home at Vicarage Road. Marco Silva got them playing some great football in real life, but in the game, no wins in their first 6 and in the relegation zone. Always a side we struggled against though in this career. We always have quite tough tests against them, so this should be no exception. They're lining up in a 4-2-3-1 with really good attack as well. They've got Quadrado on the right, Pereira, their attacking mid, and that man Player, who normally causes us so many problems, their striker today. And as for us, back to our normal league lineup for the game, 4-4-1-1, with Twansby wearing the captain's armband as well. And actually, a question for you guys today. Who should be our captain in this Huddersfield team going forward from now on? Because Billing seems to be on the bench a lot more than before. He obviously wore the captain's armband quite a bit last season when Moy wasn't playing. Neither of those are in the starting 11 in our normal league lineup. So who should be the captain in this Huddersfield team? I'll pick 5 players who I think should wear the armband, and you guys can vote in the top right and decide who should be the captain in this Huddersfield team. Twansby's wearing it right now, but who do you think it should be? Vote in the top right and you guys can decide. Davis through to Malcolm to Naby Keita. A couple of decent games under his belt already in this Huddersfield team. He finds Sessegnon. And I'll cross-field it out wide towards the Ox. Can't break Watford down at the moment. Again, I struggle against them quite a lot in FIFA. I struggled against them in last year's FM actually as well. For those who watched it with Hull, you'll know that I struggled against Watford quite a lot in that save too. I don't know why. It's just a little bit of a bogey team for me right now. As Twansby finds Sessegnon. Maybe our first chance could fall here though. Davis through to Moses. Moses spots Keita. He's in space to let fly. Why not? But over the bar. Still 0-0. Not a great first half an hour though. Really struggling right now to create chances. Herrera to Chalobah, and there's Keita winning it back again. Now, he has started off quite well, to be fair, Naby. He plays it through to Moses, a good chance here. Moses takes his time, sets himself, and it's a great save by Akinfave. First shot on target. Oh, headed backwards there. In fact, Cabaselli was waiting for it, but good stop there by the Russians. Still 0-0. Keane through to Davis. 15 minutes to go. Can anyone claim a late winner in this game? A few chances. Moses on the ball, finds Vitinho. Vitinho to Moses, who's running through and scores as well. Moses with the finish, and the top scorer of the past 2 years has done it again. Watford 0, Huddersfield 1, and if anyone was going to be a hero, you knew it would be Moses Simon. Get in! Vitinho and Moses, name a better duo. Oh wait, lovely through ball by the Brazilian, and a brilliant finish by the Nigerian into the back of the net, and Akinfave is beaten. 1-0 to Huddersfield Town, and Watford with no wins in their first 6. We'll see it now become no wins in 7, but for us, we should stay top of the table courtesy of a late winning goal from Moses. One final chance for Watford here in stoppage time. Corner 1, and a chance for Pereira to whip it into the centre and give them the equaliser. Last time we conceded a corner in stoppage time, you knew that Harry Kane scored it in that Spurs game. Can Watford rescue a point later on? Oh, they almost did. Doucouré just off target, and we survive right at the death. Final score, Watford 0, Huddersfield 1. We get the 3 points. Watford remain winless, but we should remain top of the table. We said in the last episode after that win over Manchester City that we want to win the title again and prove that last season was no fluke. And if we're going to do that, we need to close out games, and we certainly did in this one. Just about held on for the 3 points, but I felt we deserved it on the balance of play. It wasn't a classic. We were the slightly better team. But for man of the match, Moses got the goal, but I'm going to give it to Keita, who I thought had a really good game through the middle of the park, and I'm surprised only got a 7.2. But the 3 points to the Terriers, though, most important thing, that will keep us top, I think, and that is a really, really important victory. Can't afford to slip up this season, can't afford to at all. So third and final game today, and this will be a really tough test to end on. Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool coming to take us on here at the Kirklees Stadium as we aim for our 4th straight win in all competitions. A normal league lineup for the game, back from an international break, and hopefully the same result as the previous 2 today as we try and keep the win streak going. But again, this will not be easy. Liverpool's team is very good and really threatening when going forward as well. 4-3-3, and that attacking trio up top of Buffal on the left, Salah, who scored against one of his former clubs, Chelsea, last night on the right-hand side, and Danny Ings, the striker as well, will be a really hard, pacey team to stop. So Liverpool, third and final game today. Let's keep the win streak going and get a big victory at the Kirklees Stadium and try and pull away from Spurs, who are right on our coattails right now. Liverpool are one of those hot and cold teams in FIFA. Sometimes do really well, sometimes do really poorly. I've got a suspicion that this year they could be title contenders, hopefully with us as well. But this game will give us an early indication in our first battle with 2 against them this season at how good they actually are. It's Danny Ings on the ball, finds Wijnaldum, and Wijnaldum finds Sakai. And Sakai through to Danny Ings, he gets it back off him. And Ings still on the ball, goes for goal, and oh, just wide of Hudson's post. That's what that front 3 is capable of. Very, very good, and very close to going in front early. Got to watch them. Sakai through to Salah, and the Egyptian sends Sessegnon walking there. Lovely piece of skill by Mohamed Salah. Back towards Sakai, who holds off Bradley King and gives it back to Salah. Down the right, into Danny Ings. Already causing us problems early. Finds Wijnaldum. Lovely touch, lovely turn. And the strike just wide the post twice now. Liverpool very close to opening the scoring. Still 0-0. But it won't be long before they do. We're dicing with danger right now. Living dangerously. And thankfully haven't conceded yet. It's not been a great start from us. We continue to surrender possession. And every time Liverpool come forward, they look like scoring. Wijnaldum, Salah. And if it was of a Hudson making a brilliant save, we would be behind. It's been all Liverpool in these first 39 minutes, and Mohamed Salah there is denied a wonderful strike by a wonderful save by Hudson. Well done, young man. This has been a really poor first half. It's been all Liverpool as Moses tries to shoot, but the shot is blocked, and Marquinhos gets it away. We haven't been able to create anything. Their midfield has been running the show with some really good passing, and again, that front 3 is looking so threatening as we anticipated pre-game. Salah round his man, looking for a teammate here. Still Salah on the ball, gives it to Sakai, and he gives it back to Salah, and Salah finds Jordan Henderson. A bit of bad luck gives the away side the lead. However, they do deserve deserve it. Jordan Henderson's going to claim it. 1-0 to Liverpool, and Klopp's side take the lead just for the break, and they're full value for it. It may have been a lucky goal, but they're full value for it. They've been a much better team in the first half, simple as that. Salah gives to Henderson on the edge of the area, and I'm not sure if that was going on or not. We might have to watch that again on the replay, but Henderson's strike might have been creeping in regardless, and he is claiming it, so it probably was, but it deflects off Keane and goes past Hudson, who was diving the other way, and Jordan Henderson gives Liverpool the lead. He was the legend of my full Liverpool career mode story, and he's a legend in this game for the Reds as well. 1-0, Liverpool in front, and they deserve it, fully deserve it. The second half begins as we're still down by a goal. We'd have to try and respond. It was not a good first half at all. Liverpool full value for their 1-0 lead. And we just haven't really got going in this game. We were bailed out late on by Moses in the Watford game. And is this a sign we're slowing down? Not a great performance at Vicarage Road, and a very poor one here at home. And here's Salah on the ball, cutting it across, and oh, Henderson should have made it 2-0 there and got his second of the game. It hits the crossbar. What is going on? It's still 1-0, but Liverpool should be 2, 3, 4 goals up. We've been very poor this afternoon. Wijnaldum for Liverpool finds Sofiane Boufal, and now here is the goal scorer Henderson. Lovely through ball to Sanabria here, bidding jockeys, but can't deny the cross to the middle. And oh, no, 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 no. A mistake from yours truly gives Liverpool the goal, and that will surely do it. They're going to beat us for the first time at the Kirklees Stadium in the series and become the first team to beat us in the Premier League this year. Mohamed Salah, who scored last night in real life against Chelsea, scores against us today, and that will surely do it. Tried to pass out with Sessegnon, gave it straight to Wijnaldum. Quick ball inside, the Egyptian with a finish, 2-0, and that's the game. You could argue there was an element of fortune for the first goal Liverpool scored, but this win is still fully justified. They've been a much better team, and they're going to thoroughly deserve these 3 points. Coutinho does get us back in the game in stoppage time, picks the ball up, no celebration, but I think it's a case of a little too late. Final score here at the Kirklees Stadium, Huddersfield 1, Liverpool 2. It's a win for the Reds. I don't know why the fans are complaining. It's a big victory and a very disappointing defeat. Our first in the Premier League this season. Late goals and late drama in all the games today, but in the third and final one, sadly, the late goal comes in vain. Liverpool collect the 3 points, the first team to beat us in the Premier League this season, and full value for it as well. They were the better team, they deserved the 3 points, and we can't argue with that. For man of the match, I'll give it to Salah as well. Scored Liverpool's second goal and set up the first one, which Jordan Henderson scored, as the Reds get the win, and as Spurs beat West Ham, sadly, we are dropping to second place in the table as well. They've been neck and neck with us to start the season off, Poch's boys, and now they've gone top, and that is a bitter way to end today's episode. But that will end today's episode, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it, and if you did enjoy today's episode, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic Sunday, and just let you know there'll be a new episode of My Player coming out later on this afternoon as well. Thanks for watching, much love, and I'll see you for the next video very soon. Bye.